Hello and welcome to a Let's Play Pokemon TCG Online. Today we are doing a deck profile of a very interesting and exciting card that I've been fiddling around with a bit and just really like the playstyle. That is, of course, the Dusk Mane Necrozma GX, the super beefy, hard-hitting Ultra Beast that just came out of the new Ultra Prism set. And we're going to take a look at the deck and see how it functions today. He is our main attacker, this basic 190 HP Pokemon, and what we're going to be doing is really focusing on this Meteor Tempest attack. It is basically 4 metal energies, and we will be doing 220 damage. We have to discard 3 energies from this Pokemon. So, killing most things in the meta right now. There are a couple things that have 240 HP, 1 or 2 have 250, but most times this is getting a one-shot. So it has a high energy cost to attack, and then it also discards that. So the trick is, how can you facilitate getting a lot of energies on the Pokemon and then also bringing those energies back, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. But when you are set up and have that kind of rhythm going, this Meteor Tempest does massive amounts of damage. He also has a very solid GX attack and Sun's Eclipse GX, 3 metals, and you just do 250 damage. But you can only use this attack basically if you are losing in the game, if your opponent has taken more prize cards than you. So it's not something you can do turn 1, but it is a good way to answer back if, say, they killed something while you're setting up, and now you can kind of run them over. So he has 3 retreat costs, which is good to note, so it's a pretty heavy Pokemon, but we're not going to worry too much about that. His attack is too good to worry about that. So we have 3 of our main attacker, and then we have some draw support here. We are running a 2-2 line of the Zoroark GX. I mean, obviously the trade ability has been so good in this game ever since this card came out, but this card has some synergy with the Dusk Mane Necrozma because, for one thing, we often want to find our discard pile with metal energies. Like, if we can, we want to have 2 to 3 metal energies in our discard pile at a time. So what's good about the Zoroark is you can usually trade with the energy, draw 2 cards, and then bring that energy back, and it's almost like a free trade. So I mean, free trade, that's what you always hear people talking about in politics. But yeah, so that's why this card works so good with this deck, I feel like. As opposed to, see, a lot of people will have Dialga GX in their build, and I feel like that might be a little bit on the slower side. We're going to try to go more aggressive, and that's why we have this 2-2 line of the Zoroark GX. And then for the support, what really kind of makes this Dusk Mane work is this Magnezone, the new Magnezone that has the Magnetic Circuit ability. As often as you'd like during your turn, you may attach a Metal Energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon. So this is the way that we're going to get 4 energies on our Dusk Mane. And hopefully recycle that for if a Dusk Mane dies, or after he discards his energies and we need to get energies back. This Magnezone is the way that we are going to do it. He also has an attack, 130. You can't use it the next turn for Zap Cannon. You're not going to really be using this that much, but if we find ourselves going up against like a Hoopa deck, then we will be looking to utilize this attack, because we don't really have many outs against Hoopa. This is something to note. Sad times here is that his retreat cost is only 2 instead of 3. I think that was just so we couldn't use Heavy Ball with him. I guess it's a smart decision, because if you could use Heavy Ball, if he was 3, then this deck would be even better. You could Heavy Ball him, Dusk Mane, Solgaleo. So I guess they were pretty smart in making that. For the Magnemite, I guess I will note we are using the Lightning Magnemite. For the Sparkling Induction, he will have free retreat if there is another Magnemite on the bench. So it's just a way to try to be a little more aggressive as opposed to using the metal Magnemite, which I guess kind of protects against Buzzwole, but besides Buzzwole, that's kind of all it's protecting against. So I feel like this covers more bases. So we have a 3-1-3 line of the Magnezone, definitely wanting to get that out as fast as we can. And then we have another support from the new set, Solgaleo Prism, 160 for this basic, so he's a massive one. And we're going to be using him mainly for the Radiant Star attack for 1 metal energy. For each of your opponent's Pokemon in play, attach a metal energy card from the discard pile to your Pokemon. So if they have a full bench, you could potentially be attaching 6 energies. So it's a really good pivot if they take down the Dusk Mane and you want to recycle a bunch of energies back. He's really good for that. And then his 160 attack is not bad either. Since we do have Magnezones to stack a lot of energy on a Pokemon in one turn, this is not that impossible to pull off. And 160 can hurt with a Choice Band 190 for some GX kills, or even, as we said, going against something like a Hoopa, he will be pretty important in that matchup. It is important to note that with the new Prism Star rule here, you say you can't have more than one of that name in the deck, so we can only run one Solgaleo Prism, and when he leaves the field, he goes to the Void Zone or the Lost Zone, however you want to call it, so we can never get him back. Once he leaves the field, he's gone for the game. And to round off our Pokemon, we have the 2 Tapu Lele GX just for consistency and getting supporters. You guys know what that does. Let's go for the trainer cards. We have 1 Escape Rope, since we do have a lot of bulky Pokemon. We don't want things to get stuck in the active for too long. It's one of those. 1 Evo Soda, just to help facilitate our speed in the deck. This is mainly going to be used on the Zoroark GX. Not so much, I guess, going into Magneton, but it could. You never know. Maybe sometimes we just aren't finding those rare candies. So I do like the 1 Evo Soda there for that. We have 1 Field Blower. Field Blower is always going to be good, especially against something like a Garbodor deck, so we definitely need to shut off Garbodor's ability. 1 Professor's Letter to get energies in our hand, and then that way we can maybe trade them in with the Zoroark GX. We are running 4 Rare Candy. Like I said, we definitely have to get Magnezone out as fast as possible, since it is a Stage 2 deck and there's a lot of energies for the attack costs. We can be slow in the beginning, and this is our best way to try to mitigate some of our slow starts. We have 1 Rescue Stretcher just for the recursion, 4 Ultra Ball, always standard there. And here's a new Stadium card. The Stadium card actually plays a big role in this deck, Mount Coronet. You see, once during each player's turn, so either person can utilize the Stadium. That player may put 2 metal energy cards from the discard pile into their hand. So 2 metals from discard into your hand once per turn. That's pretty amazing. And so what we're going to see happen is, say we trade in with Zoroark, toss some energies into the discard pile, we just grab them right back, and then that was free draw. If we do our Meteor Tempest with Dusk Mane and discard 3 energies, we can get 2 of those energies back. So this card plays a big role in this deck, and it's definitely one of the reasons why this Dusk Mane has some playability. Going on now to our supporters, running a 2 Bridget line. We have all those basics that we want to evolve into Stage 2s and stuff, so Bridget's also really important, so we are going to be running 2 instead of 1. We do run 1 Cynthia, only 1. I don't think it's crazy powerful. I do like the ability of N to help control our opponent at times, but Cynthia is good just for 1-of in case we need to Lele into something towards the end of the game if we need to draw more than just 2 cards because it's end game time. So that's why we're just running 1. We have 2 of the Guzma. Obviously he's just super good, so only running 2, there's not a lot of space, and I feel like since we hit so hard, we don't really always need to be picking who we kill. We can just get into a rhythm where we're just rolling over everybody. So that's the idea there. We are running 3N. Typically it would be 4, but now we're going to be running 1 less N so we can make room for the Cynthia. We're running 4 Professor Sycamore. Obviously it's just best draw support. And in this deck where we want to discard energies, Sycamore actually works a little bit better for us than N in that regards. So that's why we're doing 4 on Sycamore, 3 on N. Next up we have just 1 Choice Band. Our numbers are so high that the Choice Band doesn't often matter, but it is good to have 1 in there just in case. And then 2 Floatstone because our Mons are really heavy and we don't want to get stuck, especially if they bring out a Magnezone. That could be sad times for us. And to round it off, we have 12 energy. So yeah, that's the deck. It's pretty popular. I'm sure you guys have been seeing it around PTCGO a lot lately. So it might not be anything new, but I want to kind of take a look at it and see how it goes for us. Obviously, we're going to see a lot of fire decks coming up now that Steel is so popular. Fire is going to also, just crop up to kind of counter that. But, that's just part of the breaks that you have to deal with when playing Pokemon TCG. Is dealing with that darn pesky weakness. So we'll see what we can do here. We actually have a really nice hand. So that is good for us. And we're just going to wait for our opponent to finish building his sandcastle. So we have both our Zoruas, so we should have some decent draw if we find, I guess, Zoroark GX on our turn 2, which that Ultra Ball is likely going to be used for. Or depending on what our opponent does, we might go Lele and draw 7 and just hope that in one of those 7 we have something to evolve into. We'll vibe out, but I'm definitely liking the start. It's very strong. So Buzzwole. So here is the Buzzwole. I guess we're going to feel a little sad now about not having that metal. So I guess we're going to have to go with 2 because he can kill one of those guys pretty quickly. He might be able to kill both of them, actually, being honest, if he has a Guzma. So here's that one time where the metal Magnemite would definitely play a big role, but Buzzwole is, I guess, one deck, so I didn't want to build my whole build just around trying to counter one. But we're going to do what we can to evolve up into Magnezone ASAP. If our opponent doesn't touch our hand, I think what we're going to do is discard the Magnezone and the Metal Energy, get a Lele, and then play the Coronet so we can get that energy back. And we see Ultra Ball coming down. So it's good. Our opponent's likely going to have a Lele and a Remoraid, taking up a couple spots. We will have to be careful about the Lycanroc GX. I mean, we already are so big now that he's going to be able to one-shot us with that GX attack. It'll just be a matter of which GX attack is our opponent going to try to set up. There's a strong energy. I imagine they're going to have a Sycamore since they dropped. Okay, there's a Lele. Now he could be overly aggressive and go for Guzma, just to put some pressure on trying to stop my whole engine. But then that's going to leave him with not much of a hand. He'd have to be really lucky on his prizes. So I think he might just draw 7. Yeah. Opponent's going in to draw 7 with the Sycamore. Unfortunately, he's going to get a kill on this Zorua as well. So right now, I guess we are suffering from all this fighting weakness with these 4 Mons right here. And we'll just see if we can answer back. And here comes a Jet Punch. It would be clutch if we could somehow evolve this turn and then get into a big attack with our Dusk Mane, but probably not going to be the case. So we're going to go ahead and put this Magnemite in the active since he has free retreat. N is looking pretty good for us. Question is, do we want? Yeah, we're going to Ultra Ball. Let's see. We're going to get the Zoroark, but we have 2 more Magnezones, so we shouldn't be too worried about that. 1 Lele. We have the Solgaleo. How many? 3 Rare Candy. And all of our Ultra Balls back. Okay. So we're looking pretty good. So with this N and trading, I'd hope that we would be able to get some sort of decent playoff. We shall see. And definitely not the cards we were hoping to get. We can, I guess we'll trade in. Pretty rough, not gonna lie. I guess we'll just go ahead and leave it like that for now. And we'll end. So, didn't get any of our item cards or our Pokemon, just all of our supporters basically. Almost all of our supporters for the deck, so that's alright. Next turn, we'll try to make a big swing, and I guess we'll probably go for the Sycamore so we can grab all the pieces that we need. See our opponent break our stadium for the Brooklet Hill. So yeah, this Buzzwold's putting in a lot of pressure. All of our fighting weak Pokemon. And we see another strong energy come down, so now he's going to go ahead and take out both of our Magnemites. Alright, not bad, so we'll have to find our stretcher to get those guys back. And don't we feel sad now for not playing the metal one? I mean, he still would have been getting some kills. But I guess it would have just taken one extra turn. But yeah, that one did hurt. Go ahead and play that. Put the float stone. I guess we could put it on him. Let's Sycamore. Let's try to find some pieces that we need. So definitely not. Let's go trade in. Go ahead and discard another energy. We're going to bring him back now. Okay, beautiful. So there's Magnemite. Replace that. Use a Cornet just to make sure we don't have too many energy in the discard pile. And we'll just Sun Eclipse. Alright, so now if we can find a rare candy, then we'll be looking really good. The deck does tend to fall behind a little bit since it is a slower startup. But you see, like, the GX attack came in pretty nice. Now he can try to take down this Magnemite, but that's not going to stop our Dusk Mane for a return kill. So he's kind of in a crunch. We'll see what he does. I feel like it's going to be something to strand us, probably. Bring out the other... Okay, bring out the Zoroark. Not sure if he has the kill. 50... I think he's pretty close to a kill. He might need another strong energy. But you can see how just once we get set up, like this is a very slow start for us, and we have that weakness against the fighting. But this Dusk Mane is so strong, and he did have that second, so he needed that to get that kill. But now he's not going to have any energies on board. Hopefully he doesn't touch our hand. And we still have one energy in. Okay, good. So our hands set safe. So we will have a return kill. And as of now, he can't. Okay, I was gonna say he didn't have any basics to use Max Elixir, basics that he would want to attack with. So he's probably gonna have to try to go against this one here. If in fact he does have Max Elixir, because he definitely needs to catch up on energies. Because once we take down this Buzzwole, he's going to be a little behind. And we're going to definitely evolve that guy because he's really close to death. So down to 1. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and activate that. We have 1 energy in here. Okay. Let's discard 1 energy. And we don't need this other Dusk Mane. Let's go ahead and get the Magneton. Try to keep us alive a little bit longer. Let's go ahead and... I guess we'll play another float. Not sure if this choice band is all that scary for us right now. He does still have a GX attack. Yeah, let's go ahead and take it off. That way we don't really have to draw into it. Gonna try to make sure he can't counter us with a big GX attack for the win. And we're gonna go ahead and end. So take him down to 1, so that should hurt. Down to 1, he doesn't yet have his artillery set up, so we'll see if he gets lucky on the top deck. That's actually a pretty good draw for us. And we'll go ahead and Meteor Tempest. Alright, making our way back. Slow start. Our basics had weakness against, or weakness to his attacks. So that was also hurting us. But once we got our big guy built up, it was a problem. So he promotes the Remoraid. He either has a Floatstone ready or he just doesn't want to give up one of his main attacks. There's a Floatstone. Let's see if his top 2 decks were... Wow. top draws were absolutely crazy for him. So that's good. We'll see if he play. He's not going to play an N, so we may be in perfect position. Cynthia, yep. So all we need is to have our other Guzma in the deck, and I think we have game. Our opponent drew two perfect cards. I guess that happens sometimes. We'll see if he draws more perfect cards off of this Cynthia. Yep, there's a Max Elixir. Our opponent actually can get this win. Max Elixir, then Energy Drop, Evolve, and bring that up for the kill. So I think he might actually have drawn perfect. Which happens. Yep, and here we go. And just waiting for that evolution. Unless, or he might have to go into the artillery first. Oh, wow. Sorry, now we're seeing 3 more cards. Looking for that Lycanroc GX. So draw 3. Can he get it? Off 3 cards. Let's hope not. The anticipation. Can you feel it? All he needed was the Monster Aura Ultra Ball, so I would expect him to have it with all. Oh, wow. He did not get it. Oof. Okay. It comes down to this. Well, now we're a little bigger, so that helps, but I think he could still one-shot. Do we have... Actually, okay, we can letter first to make sure we don't set up too many Pokemon for his GX attack. So we can letter to see if we have the Guzma in here. And there it is. Beautiful. And we can actually even just grab these energies anyways. Tapu Lele. So that was a crazy, scary game. Slow start, but you can see like how good this is and how big he is. We're going to go ahead and Guzma out anything. Be perfectly honest. Let's go ahead and bring out Tapu Lele. And there we go. We got the win. So you can see very slow start against a monster that we didn't want to go against in Buzzwole. But once we got set up, that 220 damage is just vicious. Hey, old school Gardevoirs. Okay. 220 damage is just vicious. We're going to try and get in another game just to see how it goes, because that was actually a lot of fun. And then just to be able to recycle that GX attack came in clutch as well. You know, a lot of people I think are discounting the GX attack, but yeah, you let them take an early prize, and then you can kind of come back typically with a couple big knockouts, and you don't even really need that Dialga GX to do so. See what we're going up against here. It looks like it's probably a Galissapod Zoroark, which is going to be pretty tough as well. Another one of the main meta decks. So at least we're getting some good looks as far as competition. Now this is going to be a really vicious Sycamore, if in fact we have to. So let's hope that we don't have to get rid of our one Magneton and one of our rare candies. So there's Zoroark. I mean, yeah, we can't be that slow. We have to be aggressive. So that's... And our one... Okay. Well, that's a little better. At least we got that down this turn. And we'll go ahead and... There's 2 more rare candies. So we've almost gone through our whole deck's worth of rare candies. Like in our first turn. I mean, almost seen them. We still have the rare candies in hand, which is good. This end, I'm not too mad about this end. I can benefit from a little shuffle and see if maybe we can get a Magnezone. Okay. Oh, well, there you go. We don't have a way to bring that back yet. Oh, and oh yeah, there's that Hoopa. So good to know that we are playing against that. He shuffles he shuffles that back. Okay. Perfect. So here's the Evo Soda. That's what we want to see. Let's see how many we have 1 energy there. So let's go ahead and let's trade in. Discard another energy. Nice. Rare candy full with the Magnezone. And I guess we could get the kill just by attaching and hitting 60. Question is... Yeah. Then we're going to do that and save that Ultra Ball for next turn, so we don't do that and then just get end later. Oh no, that didn't. I thought it was trying to make me done on my ability. Oh no. Alright, Pokemon. I guess that's not very clear. Well, that's not fun. Okay, well, so we're going to take down that kill, but I guess we'll have to deal with the big Zoroark now. I mean, in a way, it's not bad because we're going to get 2 prizes instead of 1. So, keeps the, you know, the prize trade. I don't know. Like, what if this was like in some genius way, like the better play? That's what I'm going to try to tell myself. I'm going to try to talk myself into saying this was the better play somehow. Because I think he has to put on another attachment. So, he's gonna have to do another attachment to this, which is fine because we don't want him to attach to the Hoopa. Oh, I guess he's just going to get out of there. Okay, he's just going to go for Hoopa. Okay. Yeah, this Hoopa is a problem. Luckily, we do have the Solgaleo Prism Star to help out against that. And we are going to... Let's go ahead and trade in one of these Ultra Balls. Okay. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. So, I guess we could do Zorua, Lele, and just go ahead and draw a whole bunch of cards. Let's see if we have the Prism Star. Okay, good. We still have the Prism Star. Okay, so we're going to try to make sure that Solgaleo doesn't take too much damage because we need him to take down this Hoopa. And there is a Solgaleo. We don't have our Stadium yet, which we desperately need. So, let's go ahead, bring him down. How many energies? We do have 2 energies in the discard right now. I guess let's put the pressure on him. Let's go ahead and retreat. Use the Radiant Star. And attach 2 to Solgaleo Prism. Keep in mind we also have the Magnezone that can take down this Hoopa. So it is a little risky putting him up here if he wants to bring out this Zoroark GX. But we have to be more aggressive. We can't wait too long and let him get set up even further because you see he's got a lot of stuff going on here. But luckily there isn't any way the Zoroark can one-shot the Solgaleo, so... I mean, yeah, he can have the Hoopa up here, but if he's not going to be attacking with the Hoopa, he's going to be attacking with others, then we can just follow up with a big return KO. Unless, of course, he plays the Fighting Dumbbells, which I very much doubt. Oh, wow, and that's all I did. Okay. The question is, we could end. Actually, we're just going to get some big kills. How about that? I'm going to take that guy down. The Hoopa, I'm not so much worried about the Hoopa as I am about these guys drawing cards. Let's go ahead and attach here. Let's use Magnezone. We're not going to make that whole mistake with the done. I guess once you have no energies more in your hand, it just automatically finishes. So that's my mistake. But lesson learned. That's why they play the game. So let's go Meteor Tempest. Take down the big Zoroark GX. There we go. 2 prizes. 2 prizes. Now I do feel like the opponent's going to be hesitant to evolve these guys because right now we want to work on this 6 prize game, get a kill on this Zoroark, and then one of these guys instead of killing the Hoopa. But you know, we'll see what he decides to do. Right now, we still need our Stadium though. Stadium is definitely a huge card for us. So, you know, we do have one Zoroark. We can evolve into the other one. And Trickster. Okay. Oh, wow. I was not expecting that. Forget that he's running a couple of Dark Energies. So I guess he can use our Sun Eclipse GX. So we'll get the return kill. I was not expecting that, so that's a nice play. Oh, and it didn't do anything. I wonder... Huh. I wonder what attack he used. Okay, that's really bizarre. I do not... Alright, well, can't worry too much about that. That's on him. I guess we took an L on one of our plays, and he took an L on one of his plays. But yeah, I've not seen that. I'm not sure what we're protected against for that. So, okay. And he did go ahead and make these Espeons. So, let's go ahead and start drawing. We don't need a field blower. Ah, there it is. Beautiful. Mount Coronet. Seeing Mount Coronet in action. Should get those back. Let's use his ability. And now there's not a whole lot he can do. Okay. See now, yeah, this is where they're done. I don't even want to press it. No, you know what? I'm not even going to press it. I'm going to attach this to someone because I don't trust this game. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and we don't really want to do N anymore because we're going to take more prizes. So let's go ahead and get our Zoroark. A couple more. Okay, good. We still have a choice band. Good. And we are in there like swimwear. Meteor Tempest. So, I don't know if you guys can write down in the comments below. Can you guys figure out what attack he tried to use? It wasn't a Radiant Star. No, it looked like he tried to do damage and I was shielded from it. Release attack if you have more. Huh. Yeah. I have no idea what he did. Divide GX, no. Because I believe you don't like Forest Trickster. One of his Pokemon is the attack. I don't think he has to have the energy requirement. I think he could just do it. So yeah, you got the win right there. Zoroark GX, Buzzwole. Strange GX attack by our opponent, but we had a good setup. I mean, if he had killed our Dusk Mane, all we would have had to do was Ultra Ball for another one, and then Sycamore or something, and just try to hit that stadium, and then we would have been able to kill him again just as easily. So yeah, there you go, guys. A good show of the deck. This deck I feel like is really strong, as long as you can avoid fire. Which unfortunately there's going to be a lot of Volcanion popping up because this deck is going to be so good. But if you can avoid that, you're really going to do some serious damage. Please, if you guys have any suggestions or recommendations, please leave them down in the comments below. I'm going to be showcasing some more of my decks from the new set, and I hope to see you guys there. Alright, take care. Bye.